spawning in the bottom left corner as the red Terran. It's GamerRichy's Stim to win. Grandmaster RnG Pro account. And in the top right, that's the blue Terran. It's Pult. I say it's his RnG Pro account. I meant to say it's not, but this is RnG Pro's GamerRichy facing down Pult. We have a couple of high-level casts for you here this evening. Pult getting a Rax on the high ground. As is Richie. Both players going into the second gas, and we'll see how Richie does against this classic Terran player. Can't even cry balance, as it is a mirror matchup. Eternal Empire gonna mean we might have a bit of a longer game between these two. Factories on both sides. Pult keeping his a little bit farther away from the wall. Pult sending his Reaper forward, Richie patrolling his in a more defensive stance, with players getting their CCs. It went down slightly earlier for Pult. Nothing of note, or not long enough to really matter. Pult's gonna try and get a delay on the CC. Maybe, no, it's just gonna tap it. Both players going with the double Reaper Hellion. And both players choosing to be a little bit aggressive with it. Richie sees what's going on. He's just gonna sit at the Xel'Naga. Here we go. I think Richie definitely got the better of that engagement, taking first blood as Pult loses his first unit. Richie a little bit too late to get a delay on the CC, but we'll get a couple SCV kills as Pult moves in to respond. Richie is for sure going to win this engagement. Cyclone's not going to be out in time to save this Hellion, I don't think. Richie's going to lose one of his own Hellions. Cyclone should be able to poke out here and finally clean this up. Richie's just gonna suicide the Hellion, get another blast off on the SCVs. Reaper enters the main, but Cyclone lock-on will shut down this aggression. Definitely worth it there for Richie. Pult taking 200 more resources lost. Richie claiming the Xel'Naga with his Cyclone. Pult sweeping around. I think this is going to be a double kill. It is. Both Cyclones exploding at the same time. Technical knockout. Raven moves forth from Polt. And Richie's ahead a few workers. He's ahead quite a bit of army supply. He's going for a move out. Polt's positions, tanks positioned at the 3rd. If Richie hits at the natural, it really could deal a lot of damage. Here's the Raven harass, but now Richie knows that Polt's Raven is on the other side of the map. The second auto turret not really going to do anything whatsoever. There is a tank sieged up now, but disabled can be dropped. It gets one shot out. Ooh, going for the auto turrets, actually. Marines eat a little bit of damage, but down goes that tank, and this natural was open season. Polt's gonna have to slide his tanks back to respond. Vikings take out Richie's Raven, but they can't deal with the forces on the ground. A tank out on the high ground for Polt, as he tries to save his CC. It's not quite gonna happen. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful auto turret placement here from Richie. It's not gonna get a kill on the... Ooh, yeah, there we go. It's gonna start focusing the workers. One SCV and the mule, of course, go down, plus all those lost resources from the repair. Marine's gonna stop this command center from landing again. Tank's gonna move forward. Nope, actually, Richie's gonna beat a retreat. This Polt moves down the ramp. However, that CC was lifted, and there was so much delayed mining time that Richie is once again going to leap ahead in army supply, as well as 5 workers. Get his own 3rd up. Begin mining off of it. Richie's gonna unsiege the tanks. Is he gonna move in? It looks like he is. No energy on this Raven, so I don't think he can... Well... Alright, if Polt's bio is out of position... Okay, he's gonna respond here. Armor and weapons on the way for Richie. Polt having to skip over those to keep up an army supply. Just gonna throw him down now. Combat shields on the way for a blue Terran. Scouting Marines sent up the ramp to see the positioning on the tanks. It's almost 50 energy on the Raven. This front tank should go down. Indeed it will. There's the auto turret to help take down the second tank. Polt thinks about repairing it. He's going to pull back, though. Is he going to pull the boys to help fight this? He repairs the CC. This is a lot of missed mining time for Polt. This is like hundreds of minerals. Polt's also floating here. 700 minerals to 500 gas in the bank. Stim only halfway done for Richie. Combat shield's about to hit the field for Polt. And Polt looks like he wants to take this forward 3rd base. Polt gets a supply depot, probably. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, Polt's going, he's pulling the boys. But Marine drop in the main for Richie. Gonna pick up some tech. It's gonna cancel this upgrade. Looks like +1 attack was in there. Boys are pulled to fight the Marines. It's never a good sign. Polt with the tank siege up. It's gonna stim in. It's combat shield Marines versus stim Marines. But when it gets time to stim, it gets time for GamerRichy to win. drop is cleaned up in the main. A significant amount of worker losses here, though, for Polt. Richie ahead, 13 SCVs. It's going to push out and retake this third. 2 tank shots, cleaning up a lot of these Marines. However, Richie has Stim, so he's going to gun all of this down. And now he's going to go win, I think. What does Polt have left? He has a couple Vikings in the air, some combat shield Marines, and 1 tank. This forward base is really exposed. Oh, Richie decided against moving out, I guess. Retaking his third, going for a 4th. No 4th CC under production yet for Polt. Supply depot out here to see. Polt tries to move in from that angle. Okay. Things are gonna clash here. I don't think Polt got Stim at all. No, he did. He did. Never mind. But, Richie was able to pick off Polt's upgrades. That means his Marines are going to be pretty powerful here. You can see him just stutter stepping forward, even with the Dorito cannon going off. And there's like a tank and a Marine, plus all those medevacs left over from this engagement. This is really, really bad for Polt. He's going to try to head home and set up a defense. Richie is finally going to move in for the death blow here. I truly believe Dorito cannon has worn off. Richie holding at the Zelnaga. Oh no, I've had my face cam on this whole time. Shit, hope I didn't like... I think Richie has this. Third's lifted. Third is going to go down. SCV is being slaughtered. It's 30 SCVs ahead for Richie. He's up 2 orbitals, and he's going to gun down the rest of these tanks. He might need to wait for reinforcements. Polt is going to hold this choke point for now. Throw down another 3rd CC, but he's going to start muling out this natural, and these mineral patches are going to go down fast. +3 weapons on the way for Richie. Polt just getting 1-1 on the field. This bio is very, very powerful from the red Terran. He can't quite engage into this tank line. The one way Richie loses this is if he throws away his entire army and Polt counterattacks. So he's going for a drop in the main, where there's basically no defense from Polt. The Vikings don't focus fire, so all the medevacs will reach the main. Richie even going to trade out on the Vikings. There's the bio. This tank saved in the back with 3 health. Polt has good tank placement behind this. Oh. It was a juicy tank shot. GG. GamerRichy takes the win. Down here, up here in the top left, it's MKer's Spaz. And in the bottom right, as the blue Terran, it's GamerRichy. So, this map's gonna be Nightshade. Chad Ritchie, spanking the probe in the worker battle. Not a fan of Nightshade, Darth Nubius? Why not? Oh, I think it's easy on the eyes. I like the aesthetic of this map. I like the purples, I like the darkness. I think it's a feature. If anything, I also have my gamma like super low, but my issue with it is the way that the third and the fourth are as a Zerg player. I don't like it. I don't like these rocks here. I don't like this location either. I don't like having to defend from multiple angles or push into it from a high ground. Push into the high ground if I want to attack my opponent's natural. In TVT, that can really suck if your opponent gets set up here while they're still on two bases. Like, this is impregnable unless you play your Ravens right, essentially. A little bit of a missed micro there from Spaz. He could have had 3 shots off, but he over microed. He like stopped. He like right click S'd, and then he went to do the attack animation, but stopped it before it hit the Reaper. Like he's playing League of Legends. Richie's not gonna have a CC delayed. There it is, orbital right away. Spaz. By the way, this is listed on the stream as 6K Protoss because Spaz is not Spaz. Spaz is somebody else. We just don't know who it is. Smurf account. Adept Oracle going on the attack. Oracle for Spaz. To join his 2 brothers as they go to melt the worker line of GamerRichy. Will they be able to? Oh my god, they're not even gonna shoot? Huge hull damage. Yeah, Spaz, you better recall. As you can see, the lock-on can reach back there, so Spaz recalling out just in time, but with 0 worker damage to Richy. That said, Richy does lose the Liberator, which feels bad. Spaz is going to move out again because he basically has to. He invested in these military units, so he's got to kind of make use of them against Richy. However, Richy has missile turrets, both in the natural and in the main. So while these 3 oracles can tap in, try to get some damage, 2 of them are already at pretty low hull health. And the missile turret's going to put a very fast timer on this, as long as it focuses one of the injured. Oh my god, the Cyclone lock-on on the Oracle is going to take it down. Another Oracle in the red. And this Marine Cyclone can definitely deal with these Stalkers. It's going to be a close battle, but Richy is just out-microing this guy. He's going to pull the boys to keep a repair on the Cyclone as well. Some of them moving forward as meat shield. However, Spaz focus fires it down. Even a mule being like, I'm helping. He's not. He's just eating a laser shot. Widowmines in the defense. Spaz continuing the Stalker pressure as he throws down a 3rd. Blink on the way as well, but it's not going to be on the field for a long time. Okay, one Widowmine gets picked off. Second Widowmine goes down as well. Spaz continuing to try and go for a kind of contain here, but it's causing Richy to increase his army supply quite a bit, and Spaz might be forcing Richy into a 2-base here. And I don't know if Spaz is ready to handle that. Sure, he has quite a few Stalkers out on the field, but where are the sentries? Where's the Robotech? Where's the meat of this army? He was investing into oracles and stuff, but 2 out of the 3 are dead, and he hasn't continued to invest in air. There finally is an immortal, and it should arrive before any attack of Richy arrives, but Bio is going to gun that down pretty quick. There's no meat shields here. Finally, 2 sentries hit the field. They're gathering energy, but these force shields are all the meat shields that Spaz is going to have. Okay, he's going into even more Stalkers in another sentry. He really needs zealots. He really needs something to tank all this fire. Blink is about to finish. It's not here yet for the Protoss. There it is. Guardian Shell and 2 force fields. That's all the force fields for the Protoss. He's warping in more Stalkers. You can see these Marauders just eating into the hull health. Spaz gonna be saved by that blink. Dodges a Widowmine shot. Isn't the most bio left here for Richy? I would almost drop a scan and kill off the Observer. But Liberator's here to reinforce. And these Stalkers can't ever engage into these zones. They'd have to blink forward and hit the libs, but that would leave them vulnerable to the mines, vulnerable to the bio. Richy's found a great angle and is going to kill the Protoss 3rd. In the meantime, Richy continuing to invest into reinforcements, as well as armor. Stalkers come around for a flank. Gonna get the Widowmines, but Bio still pretty healthy. Good bit of energy left on his medevacs, though it is dwindling. After this engagement, medevacs are gonna be out of play, essentially. Richy doesn't have the bio to break through, but can hold here with those liberation zones. I think Spaz, yeah, blink forward, focus the libs. Things are looking good for the Protoss. Richy, though, with a superior micro, forces Spaz back, and Richy gaining quite an army lead. He's gonna get more libs, a couple more Marauders, couple more Marines, couple more Widowmines. Rally them forward. Spaz expanding to this 3rd location, which is a little bit interesting. That's going to be super vulnerable to Richy counterattacks. Okay, Richie is gonna lose the Liberator as it tries to focus down the Stalker, which had a shield battery healing it. Spaz is stabilized. As a matter of fact, he's ahead 9 workers. Richie way ahead in army supply though, and it is going to matter because Spaz is not putting splash damage onto the field. He has charge lots now, but no, he doesn't. He has regular zealots. He hasn't researched charge yet. He's only halfway done. Plus 2 weapons on the way as well, but not on the field yet. He's gonna pressure with Blink Stalkers, it looks like, but he needs Colossi. He needs Storm. He needs things that deal splash. He's getting a Templar Archives about halfway done. However, I think Richie's next assault might be before Storm finishes. GG is called, and Richie takes the win. In the top right, as the red Terran, it's Future of Terran. And in the bottom left, as the blue Terran, it's GamerRichy. Okay. I think Future's going for Rax before Gas, yeah. Whereas Richie went Gas before Rax. So Richie gonna have quicker Gas. Future gonna have the quicker Barracks. Let's see who gets their Reaper out first. Okay, there's a second Rax for Future. While Richie is going to go... is he though? He's gonna scout. Just gonna watch and see what kind of memes happen. There's a Reaper from Richie. Factory behind this. Future going for 2 Reapers. Okay, so this is a non-proxied 2-Rax Reaper, maybe? Because there's not going to be Hellions with this. It might just be 4 Reapers to pressure Richie. Future gonna have his natural a little bit faster than Richie. Richie gonna get an SCV kill, however, that does provide Future with scouting information. It's gonna be 3 racks into the main for Future. Okay, Richie does catch it. Gonna send the mule back to work. Future's gonna back out for now. Wait a second. I like buzzed when I went over these Reapers last time. That was weird. Richie getting a Cyclone. Future with the bunker at the front. Reactor factory. Starport. Stims started up first for a red Terran. Raven for Richie. This is a Brave Reaper. It will get cut down. We're taking that SCV's live. The SCV's live? How about that SCV's life? Future. Sharking around with this double medevac drop. But I don't think he wants to risk it against the defenses of Richie here. Both players, even on workers, even on army. +1 is going to hit the field. For Future, very soon, combat shields on the way as well. Which is going to make his bio units way beefier against Richie. Richie, makes a mistake, loses a couple of units. Future really trying to make something happen with this Doom drop. Tanks in position for Richie, but they're going to land out of the tank fire. However, they engage into it. Oh, there's the auto turrets from Richie. This is over. This drop's over. No, Future, pick up. Go home. Go home, Future. Future, don't do this. Not like this. Oh my god. Richie cutting down Future's army. Now, this is just going to reset the army supply. Of course, Future is also ahead on upgrades. Richie is going to have armor out before Future, though, so he's going to swing things into his favor. Stim, a little over halfway done for the RnG Pro player. But, Future already with combat shields, already with Stim on the field. You can see, if you're a young Terran player watching this, you can see how much importance each of these players is placing on the Xel'Nagas, how they continually send out small groups of units to contest for that vision. Especially in Terran vs. Terran, where you need as much vision as possible on the map to see your opponent's positioning. Future even using a tank to get it, a very high value unit to defend this Xel'Naga. It's only going to join up now. So he prepares to push in again. Now, Richie saw the way that tank was moving with the radar tower, so should know where Future's planning to go, at least to some extent. Richie ahead in upgrades for the time being, although Future is going to even that out in about 20-25 seconds here. Oh my god, they sawed him in half. Oh, you can see his bone. What the hell, man? Future's going to try and escape here. These medevacs are disabled, so they can't boost away. This is a substantial portion of Future's remaining army. He's already down heavily in supply. This is a huge cloud of Vikings that isn't going to trade well versus Marines. Disables on the tanks on the high ground. There's still one firing from the back, but that's not enough to kill this bio quick enough. The tanks are gunned down. Richie stutter stepping in here. Going to take out at least one of these CCs if he wants to. GG is called. And Richie takes the win. So, let me tab over here. This has been a series of 3 games from RnG Pro's GamerRichy. If you want to see more of him and the other RnG Pro guys, tune in every weekend for Alpha Team League matches, as well as, you know, RnG Pro coverage of our players competing in high-level tournaments, such as the ESL Pro Tour. In the meantime, I've been Renegade, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, bros.